Dear students, good morning to you all. Let us continue our chapter modals, and today we shall read the most important modal, that is must. As you have already completed up to 8 modals: shall, will, may, can, should, would, and could, might. So let us today start the next important modal, that is must. So first of all, let us now know the characteristics of must. It has certain characteristics and we should learn its real use. What is the characteristic? See that must as a modal has no infinitive or participle. That means we cannot use to infinitive or to plus verb after the modal must. So we can't use infinitive. First of all, we should remember it. And participle, that means there is no ing form after the modal must. And another thing is that it does not have change, even if there is the change of the tense or change of the number of subject. Even suppose in case of others we may have change, or shall become should, will become should, but must remains unchanged. And it can refer both present and future within its bare use or bare form. Even if we say, see the example I have given here, it can refer to both present and future in its bare form, means the must can express both future time as well as the present tense. See the example, we must do it now. That means it expresses the present time, but when we say again using that particular modal must, they must complete the task by tomorrow. See the adverb of time that refers to future, but when we use that same must, then it expresses even the future time. And in its perfect form, see, when we use must, perfect form means by adding have. So he must have submitted the documents. What does it mean? It refers that means the action refers to the past. The action has already been done and we are sure, we are confident that the person has already submitted. So these are the certain characteristics of modal we should learn. And after that, let us now know the different uses of modals. Number one, it refers to strong moral obligation. Let you know that I have already told you certain similarities are there. Even similar expressions are there by some modals. So later we shall discuss. But in case of the expression that the modal must give us, what it is? Strong moral obligation. When it is the only or simply obligation, we use should, but when it is so strong, then, or it is based on morality, then we should use must. One must keep one's promises. This is the example. That means we are highly obliged, extremely obliged to keep our promises. Then comes the next one, fixed determination. Though sometimes we determine, but we fluctuate, we deviate from that. Whereas here we cannot deviate or we cannot fluctuate from it. Rather, it is the fixed determination, and what we say, I must complete the task within 2 hours. So mark the determination, what the person takes by using must. So someone when speaks using must, at that time we should generally take into our mind all such expressions. What does the speaker want to express by using must? Then it comes also, it takes part as duty. So must as a modal expresses duty. How? A judge must be fair and honest. So as you have already read that should as a modal also expresses duty, but this is also, I mean this model also expresses duty, but no difference is there, but certain what certain changes may be in our thought regarding the use of should and must. And here the duty may refer to certain what determination. Next comes certainty or strong likelihood. Suppose anywhere else we guess that that must happen. Sometimes the guess comes to our mind and we know that this is the surety. Or in case of, suppose we may take the examples of the coronavirus, earlier how it was predicted that there must be the number of cases within 1 month or something, that, and that already happened. In that case, we say that, or it expresses strong likelihood or the certainty. For example, Rekha must pass in first division. Mark, what does it mean? Because we know her talent and we can use must when we are certain, when we are generally what? Something we expect, but with full of determination or full of certainty. Then comes inevitability, the word that has been derived from inevitable. Inevitability means something that sure happens, sure to happen. And here what it is, we must die one day. This is the universal thing, because nobody can escape from death. So that is why must can be used, because it expresses inevitability means sure to happen. We cannot dispense with. It is indispensable. Death is a must, today or tomorrow. So after this, then we shall continue the use of ought to. Let us now know what is the use of ought to. Now we shall discuss the use of the another model, that is ought to. See, ought, actually it is ought, but let us now know that ought is always followed by to. It is always attached with to. So it is told as, or it is known as ought to. And sometimes the students actually make the mistakes in its negative and interrogative form. We should learn its negative use. Its negative form, what it should be? Ought not to. We should not use it as ought to not. It is wrong. So the right way of its negative use is ought not to. He ought not to do such a bad thing or whatever that. And its interrogative form, when we just want to frame questions, we want to make questions by using ought to, then it should be ought he to. We must speak, ought he to do this? Ought he to respect his elders? Like that. And let us now know what are the uses of ought. First of all, it expresses moral obligation. See, when we use should as a model, it expresses obligation, simply obligation. When we use must, it expresses strong moral obligation. But in case of ought to, it expresses only moral obligations. That means the degree of the extremity can be found, or there is a difference of the sense or in acceptance. So first of all, let us now know an example has been added here. A student ought to be obedient. It is the moral, I think morally, it is the, or a student should have morality that he must be obedient. It is the usual characteristic of a student. Next comes necessity. What does it mean? Necessity means, here we may say that Professor Das ought to buy a car at this age. Suppose every day Professor Das makes to and fro, and the distance may be 6 or 7 kilometers or maybe something like that. At that time, if you want to suggest him that he should purchase a car because he makes his to and fro by bike, and bike is not suitable or at this age, then we can say it is necessary for professional task. You ought to buy a car at this age. Very simple. Then another one, that is undone duty of the past. Suppose you had to accomplish a task, or you had to do a task, but you have not actually done it till now. Then it is the action should have been done in the past, but till today, as it has not been completed, we may generally use ought to with its perfect form. That means by using have. Then what will be the example? He ought to have accepted the offer. That means the person did not accept the offer, but he should have accepted. In that case, we may say he ought to have accepted. Then next comes probability. Probability, we know that in case of even could, in case of might, and other uses, we have already discussed how some of the models they also express probability. In the same way, ought also expresses probability. What it is? In order to understand in a better way, let us have the example. The teacher ought to be present in his office. That means during that time we should not consider, or we should not consider that it generally expresses the obligation or something. Rather, according to the expression of ought to as probability, we should know that, or we should take it as it is probable that teacher may be present in his office. So these are the different uses of must and ought or ought to, and in the next class we shall continue, or we shall finish, or as I have already told you, I shall make certain analogies of the expression of some modals, or how some of the modals they have the similar expressions, and let us have such discussion in our next class. Thank you all. Stay safe, stay at home. Thank you.